Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be checking out Artifact Burn deck in Timeless format. This deck comes from Goblin Lasagna. I wanted to play with a little bit of a jankier deck today because the ladder reset, and this is the first deck we're going to be checking out after a little bit of a break. So let's take a look. So this is a deck that's going to revolve around with this card called Weapons Manufacturing. This is a new card from Edge of Eternities, and every time a non-token artifact comes down on the battlefield, it creates a munitions artifact token that says when this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. So not really an affinity deck, but you just play a lot of 0-mana artifacts such as Chrome Moxes, Mishra's Baubles, Mox Opal, and try to make a lot of munitions with the weapons manufacturing. And what that allows is we can go straight into this other snake card, which is a 6-mana card called the Runmouth Viper, that gets a discount on the cost of this card for every non-land permanent that you sacrifice. So if you pair this card up with something like a weapon manufacturing, by sacrificing 5 munitions, you can basically deal 10 damage to any target. And whenever this creature enters or attacks, you put a counter on this card. And for each blight counter on it, your opponent has to either lose 4 life or sacrifice a non-land permanent, or they discard a card. And the following turn, if this card does attack, that means this effect triggers twice because it's going to have 2 blight counters. It's a pretty interesting card that synergizes very well with the weapons manufacturing. Potentially, you could get the Viper out on turn 1 if you lead with something like Chrome Moxes, Mox Opals, and a land, because you can tap those Moxes and then sacrifice them, so you could technically cheat this out for like a 3 mana on turn 1. And other than the Viper, the ways we can sacrifice our munitions are going to be through Deadly Disputes, Shrapnel Blast, and we also have 2 copies of Oni called Anvil. So a lot of 2-mana cards, but we do have a lot of Moxes and even an Ancient Tomb. So casting the 2-mana cards aren't going to be as bad as you think. On the flip side, we also play Tezzeret. Again, if you pair that up with weapon manufacturing, every time an artifact comes down, the Tezzeret triggers twice, which means it's going to gain loyalty twice, which means you're going to be able to ultimate it very, very fast. Otherwise, the Tezzeret is going to be -3, getting a land. You can grab Great Furnace or the Vault of the Whispers. Otherwise, you can even grab something like a Mox Opal, things like that. Another thing you could do with the Tezzeret is by untapping the One Ring. So let's say if you have a lot of weapon manufacturings already on the battlefield and you think you can kill, you can also tap the One Ring multiple times, drawing a lot of cards, which means you can get to your 0-mana cards a little bit easier. And then you can try to Viper for a 1-turn kill, because the Viper says, as an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of non-land permanents. It's not limited to only sacrificing 5 permanents. You could technically sacrifice 10 permanents just to cast this card, and if you do, you win the game instantly. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Versus 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. No. I think we have to keep this. I'm just gonna play this tapped and pass. Galvanic Blast, and I don't have a land. Into an Amped Raptor. Okay, that's actually not bad because we can Tezzeret, get a Mox, and then kill the Ragavan. But we are going to lose Tezzeret in the process.
You're inferior in every possible way. Even the smallest trinket has its use.
Since we have a Mox Opal, maybe we grab a Mishra's Bubble?
My will is my own.
I'm also kind of like... I don't know about... So Ragavan's gonna attack me. I'm just not sure about playing this Mishra's Bauble because I have a weapon manufacturing. I feel like my only way out is probably killing them with the Viper. They took my bauble. That would have been actually pretty nice if I got the bauble.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
Johnny. I mean, I could have stayed for weapon manufacturing plus a Viper, but I think it's just better to just go to the next one. We'll have a Pithing Needle to grab with the Tezzeret. I think that's really about it, though. Right, we have a bunch of lands with Mox Opal. I don't think that's too bad. That is almost nice. Because we can't proc our Mox Opal here, right? Darn. Darn, darn, darn. Amped Raptor. Bane of my existence because it's random. Alright. Let's One Ring. So we're currently looking for weapon manufacturing and we got it. A Johnny.
Our axes strike as one.
Alright, we got Tezzeret. So we'll play out the weapon manufacturing first. Into probably like Drake's, Mox Opal, Chrome Mox, leave up a Galvanic Blast maybe? Or I could Tezzeret here. Into grabbing... But now that I'm kind of thinking about just playing the Interlacer into Galvanic Blast here. I could grab a Pitting Needle, but I'm kind of like second guessing myself what to do. I'm gonna do that, but why did I shock if I was gonna do that though? That'll be I have to sacrifice 4 if I'm gonna play the Viper here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I need to leave up a Galvanic Blast here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, there. And then we leave up a Galvanic Blast here. If they try to use their removal spell on one of their Cat Warrior. Guess it doesn't really matter what the sequencing is. I should have let that happen first, though. Yeah, a little bit of mistakes here and there. Kind of a tough deck to pilot, actually. Okay, that kind of sucks. That they just immediately got a removal spell for the Viper. Oh wow. Okay. They must have a removal spell for the Swiper, right? They did that? I mean, just get lucky with the Amped Raptor. That's all it takes. Why didn't they just kill the Viper, though? Maybe they have another removal spell? Seems like it. I'm not really sure if I liked what I saw from opponent there.
Through ambition, I am just what I
Let's grab a Pitting Needle. Unstable Amulet.
success.
Draw
All
3
to
cards. We need to find a way to sacrifice. We're not finding any of them. We ain't finding much here.
There is no this technology bow to your new overlord.
Let's just make it really hard for them to kill the Tezzeret.
All to
Boom.
my will is my own.
Right. Nice. Huh, thinking about it, I could have actually ulted if I just didn't do that as well. Man, this deck is actually like so tough. Like there's so many decision points where it actually like matters, you know? It's actually much harder than it looks. One lander. Like this is a thing. We have 26 cards that lets us like generate a mana. Technically, like I don't think this hand is too bad. Since we have a Galvanic Blast and we're on the draw. Very nice. Very nice. So I'll play this first into an Interlacer and pass turn. Seems like they have a Fragment Reality. It's actually not a card that you see too often in Timeless format, right?
Where shall we hunt today?
It's definitely not a card that you see too often. So with this play, you do get the Galvanic Blast immediately, so even if Johnny does transform, okay, never mind. Has a ret. Should I call Goblin Bombardment or... I feel like Goblin Bombardment is more dangerous? Let's just do this. See what happens. Seems like they do have some sort of a removal spell, maybe. Ragavan. Okay. Good to know. No instant speed removals. Unfortunately, I had to play the Vault of the Whispers first.
I will seize my new future. Even the smallest trinket has its use.
Mishra's Bauble or Box Opal here. Just grab a Bauble.
My network is already vast.
I'm gonna crack the Mishra's Bubble on opponent's end step. Whoa, they gave it back. Interesting. Interesting. They must have a removal spell for the Pitting Needle then?
Isn't over until I've bloodied my axe.
Another Static Prison.
My ascension continues elsewhere.
Into a Johnny.
May our axes
And the last
keep
card
us one.
is Pitting Needle removal. No? Interesting. So if I get rid of a Mishra's Bubble and Weapon Manufacturing, I can play this for 4 mana. But if I just get... I think I'm just gonna draw. Nice. Perfect. They should have just let that go. Give me back my Tezzeret and then just attack. Oh, this has actually 4 toughness. I didn't know. I didn't know. Deafening Silence. That is definitely a card against us. Wow. Yeah, that's actually really annoying. Especially the fact that we actually didn't draw a land here. Huh. Deafening Silence, huh? Shrapnel Blast. So I'm currently looking for a 0-mana artifact. Yeah, I need a 0-mana artifact right now. So kill, kill, kill. There we go, 0-mana artifact. I could actually only call Denvol. I think we have to play Viper here. I think it would be so greedy not to play Viper. So 1. I don't think I can leave up a Shrapnel Blast. Yeah, I think this is maximum I can do. Okay. Pretty close game. Pretty close game. So they get another static prison back. They could use it on the pitting needle here. They don't have any red permanents, so the Ajani is not doing anything.
Fight beside me, brother.
Yeah, so that's really good.
For the pride.
Let's see. I draw. I do have to kill the Loris here. Kind of hard to kill the Loris and kill Ajani though. Yeah, the deafening silence is definitely annoying. I guess I do have to kill the Loris. Weapon manufacturing. Play the Great Furnace. Play the Viper. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'll attack the Ajani. Okay, so they're dead. Kind of brave of them to go down to such low life when I have a Unicult Anvil. Okay, that was a very tough game. Deafening Silence, definitely hard to beat. Okay, we're on the draw. I kind of like this hand. So I think I'm going to keep. Especially we have a Mishra's Bubble to draw into another land if we have to crack it. Once upon a time. Ignoble Hierarch. Okay, so they played a Strip Mine instead of playing a land? Does that mean they don't have a land? Huh. Let's see what they're gonna draw. Baragoi. Okay, so they have no land in hand. Because why would you play Strip Mine? Oh, that's because they just have two Strip Mines. This is kind of bad because I also kind of kept a very like low land count hand, and we have like no Chrome Moxes or Mox Opals. I'm actually surprised they cracked the strip mine though. Don't they want their third land for the strip mine to play the Bargoyf? So I'm actually kind of curious. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Great Furnace here. Yeah, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have played that Great Furnace. That might have actually lost me the game. I shouldn't have played that. Yeah, I shouldn't have played that. Yeah, this was on me. I shouldn't have played this. I should have just kept it. Because they had a really bad hand, right? With double strip mines. Meaning that they weren't gonna do anything. That was really bad. That was all my fault. Wow. This time around, we don't have a red mana. Kind of yikes. I think I'm gonna crack this to try to get to red mana. That's good. That is indeed good. How do they always have a strip mine though? Wow. I think my opponent actually kept another 0 land hand with just a bunch of strip mines.
You're inferior in every part. Ah, just what I needed.
I think we grab probably a Great Furnace. Yup. Yeah, this is basically what happened last time.
Obey me. There is no system I can't improve. I expect success.
I'm kind of impressed that opponent had the exact same start. Right? They had the exact same start twice in a row. Okay, alright. Play the Mox Opal.
Bow.
I'll draw. Might be a more Workshop Master, so I wanted to play a Mox Opal to sacrifice something. They went face. Okay, we got weapon manufacturing. That's really good.
Mana still obeys me.
So they could get a strip mine back, but do we care if they do? What's the most important card that I can get with the Tezzeret here? Tormod's Crypt? Maybe?
Even these strange metals answer to me. All too mana
I'll just
still obeys
pass,
me here.
honestly. Okay, so opponent had a Surveil land instead of an untapped land. So this was their only land in hand. Otherwise, they would have just played another land and then into a Baragoi for their like 3 mana card. Okay, so they're gonna go into a Disruptor Flute because Tezzeret is too much of a threat right now. Really? Huh. Interesting. It's very interesting there.
I expect success. Soon.
So I can ultimate.
Grovel.
I can ultimate. I think I should.
I command the very building blocks of this system. This technology is advanced, but
I mean, I can technically... What should I do? I mean, I can get rid of it right now with the Viper. Maybe I should. Or I could wait. I mean, what do you get with this card? I think I'm actually gonna sacrifice this.
defying me will be your last. Ah, just what I needed. Bow to your new. This technology is advanced, but exploitable.
Sure. Okay, that's a really good card.
There is no system
What can I get with this
can't
card?
Mana still obeys me here.
What can I get with this card? Not much, I feel like.
My network is already vast.
I wonder if I should crack the Tormod's Crypt so that they gain less life, maybe? Yeah, I should. Oh, it's still 5/6. Okay, that's a bit surprising, I'm not gonna lie.
Even these strange
Definitely
metals
a bit of a
answer
surprise
to
there, for sure. I feel like I should draw now in case of another Bowmaster coming out.
Soon you... This technology is advanced. My will is my own.
Well, now that I have a deadly dispute, looks pretty good here. Into a strip mine. This is sick.
Mana still obeys me here.
Another Tazaret. Another Tazaret.
No
All
metal
right.
escapes my will.
So this is pointing there.
Soon
Attack.
all too easy.
The 6/6 every single turn.
I am in charge here.
I should have done this before attacking,
All
right?
too easy.
But it doesn't really matter at this point, honestly. Basically a win.
There is no bow. This technology is advanced. Bow. Soon you will grovel.
Oh my god, where's my Oni Cult Anvil? So just in case, if they have like a removal spell into attacking,
My will.
I'm not gonna draw with the One Ring, but
I am in charge here.
another Baragoi. Any way to win here? I mean, I guess I can try to draw into something, and we did.
All too easy.
And then that
no
is
system
it.
I can't improve.
All right. The opponent does play Orcish Bowmaster. I think I'm gonna have a Ghost Vacuum as well. Instead of maybe another Bauble. Chrome Mox, Opal, Tormod's Crypt. So that's a 3-mana Viper at the moment. I don't know. Let's say I go Mox Opal into Chrome Mox. This is a bit of a gamble though. It is a bit of a gamble here. Turn 1 Viper. Let's see it. Is this good enough? I don't know. Never tried it. I don't know. Nurturing peatland. I feel like I need to play this instead of a Blood Crypt. In case they have like a strip mine, but I'll just play this out. Well, so far so good because each of us don't have a land for the Deathray Shaman, right? A perk that this deck has is the fact that we don't play any fetch lands, so opponents like Deathray Shaman becomes a little bit worse. I need a land though. Wow. The turn 1 Viper actually did it. Ooh. Okay, I mean, this can be a weapon manufacturing win? Perhaps? Perhaps. I'm kind of being a little bit greedy here by taking the 3 damage. Because I want to save the Great Furnace for the weapons manufacturing. Oh, this is show and tell. I see. That sucks. Okay, stock up. At least it's not show and tell right now. Bogart Trawler. Hmm. See if I can find something. We need a Viper. Okay. Ah. Hope it's just Aatroxa. Man, we have everything set up. We have everything set up, but... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have surrendered, since I do have a removal spell, but... I mean, they have 3 cards in hand. We're probably dead there. I think maybe we cut the 1 rings. And have some burn. Try that. Okay. I don't think this is definitely a bad hand at all. We Ancient Tomb, Disruptor Flute, into a Tezzeret next turn. The problem is, we actually have to deal a lot of damage before the Rolling Vortex comes down. Thoughtseize?
A new power rises in this system. Mana still obeys me here. Just what I needed.
So we can grab Mishra's Bauble here. And then Thoughtseize.
There is no system I can't improve.
Double Show and Tell, unfortunate. Double Show and Tell. Okay. Disruptor Flute. I guess we have to play this? What do we get with the Tezzeret, though? Interlacer? It's a bit late, though. I guess I could grab another Bauble.
This will suffice for now.
Let me see what they're gonna draw. A mana drain. It's kind of a... That feels a little bit bad.
There is no system I can't improve.
Drix Interlacer. So currently the show and tell is what? 9 mana? Right? 2, 4, 5, 6. They're gonna draw land. So if I were to play... Okay, that's actually really good.
Bow to your new... My will is my own.
I feel like Tezzeret needs to ult if I want to win. Yeah, I feel like the Tezzeret needs to ult if I want to win. Mana Drain is just too bad right now. Or maybe if I had like more Roiling Vortexes. Sure. I mean, they are taking a lot of damage, so... Maybe the Roiling Vortex could come in handy.
All too easy.
Well, that's not... It's not gonna do anything. I need like a Thoughtseize or something. Or maybe another like Roiling Vortex. The problem is they have a lot of mana right now. And we haven't really been doing anything. You know what I mean? We really haven't been doing anything.
Soon you will rot.
Man, if we got a 0 mana artifact there, we could have actually ulted with the Tazaret. That would have been actually a good clock. Hmm. Wow. That's aggressive. That is very aggressive. This is a good place to be, I think.
Not as weak as I expected.
Ooh, a land. Hmm. We play the Viper. No, we were so close, man. We were so close. Actually insane. I think I have to grab the Tormod's Crypt here.
Even the smallest trinket has its use.
Wait, I don't have a Tormod's Crypt. Oh. Oh. I don't know why I did that. I should have just grabbed a Furnace. Now I died to a removal spell. Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit antsy at the end, because I was looking for a Tormod's Crypt and then I didn't find it, so I just grabbed a random card. Uh-oh. Okay, I mean, at least that's a good sign, because if they want to... And they have to block here, right? Unless they have, like, a 1-mana removal? Hmm. Yeah, we just couldn't find much this game, huh? Just,
Make yourself useful.
kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. Alright, GG's. Yeah, we just needed 1 damage. You know, any form of like Shrapnel Blast, another Rolling Vortex, you know, only called Anvil. But we just couldn't do 1 damage for, I would say, like 8 turns or something like that. Yeah, we just couldn't find 1 damage this game, huh? Like, we didn't do any damage? Any direct damage? Okay, so a fun little deck here. Didn't do as well as I hoped. It's a very hard deck. Plus, even if you get the Viper out, it could just get instantly killed because of energy is very popular. There's a lot of problems with the deck, but it's definitely interesting. Plus, it doesn't have the best matchup versus a show and tell, but I think the concept is very interesting. We did also have like a lot of non-games, I would say, just drawing a lot of lands. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. Like we went like 3 and 4. Like how many lands do we have? We have 13, 15, 18, 22, 26. So I would say it is a little bit on the higher end, right? 26, but we are also kind of playing things like Mox Opal, which is a legendary, Chrome Mox, which also like you kind of go down on cards a lot. So I mean, technically, like on average, I would say maybe 24. But yeah, we are playing definitely on the higher end. So maybe that had to like kind of contribute into why we kind of drew nothing a lot of the times. Against Show and Tell, we kind of had a chance sometimes. Like we almost beat a Show and Tell opponent in one of the games in the match, but it's definitely very, very tough. If you can somehow pressure them with an early Viper, that's a way to kind of close out the game. Like early Viper into having a Rolling Vortex in your opening hand. That does a lot better compared to a Flute, in my opinion. It's definitely a fun deck. It's definitely a fun deck. Sometimes it can work, but coupled with like being very difficult to pilot, plus it has a lot of dead draws. Like for example, like just drawing a weapon manufacturing is kind of bad. Like you need to pair it up with like only called Denvil or Viper or Deadly Disputes or Shrapnel Blast to be good. So it's kind of like a combo card. It does seem like if you do land a One Ring, you kind of win the game, but we didn't really see the One Ring too much. We didn't really have any like crazy starts. We saw like one turn one start with the Viper that did win you the game. That's really about it. We never really had like a crazy turn with this deck. Like no turn one Tezzeret, like no turn one ring, things like that. Which was like a little bit unfortunate. Never really had like a turn one weapon manufacturing either. Like I would say we did kind of had a little bit of a bad luck with the deck, but even then, even if we did get a little bit lucky, maybe we'll like sneak in like 1 or 2 wins. Even then, I wouldn't really call it a good deck per se. So yeah, I wanted to try a little bit of a janky deck because the ladder reset. So there you have it. This deck was from Goblin Lasagna. Very interesting deck. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.